What's the best card? 9 of diamonds, please, dealer. Oh my god, drill it. Absolutely drill it. So we call a 3-bet here. And then I guess we'll just stack off now. Doesn't seem like he 3-bets a lot, which is a bit of an issue. Yeah, call and turn. So what I should do is shove for value over the top of a bet. But I'm not sure I will. I think I just have to against this size. But I don't know if he's going to 3-bet many Jack-X. That's the problem. I also really want to see his cards. And when he's bluffing, he folds. But still, I think we just kind of have to do this. Okay, chop. That's fine. But yeah, I actually think the shove's kind of bad there because I think that most fish just 3-bet polar, so I don't think he has enough Jack-X. Like, I don't even know if Ace-Jack suited 3-bet. So if Ace-Jack suited doesn't 3-bet and he's only 3-betting that Ace-King, Ace-Queen, and then overpairs, then shoving is terrible because we just free roll ourselves against better hands. The 1K table is dead. Lovely spot to squeeze. Especially against City Fade as well, who has been really aggressive against us because I had him tagged as a nit and I think he watched the stream. So he can have some 4-bet bluffs here. So we will be 5-bet shoving versus 4-bet. And I love squeezing in this spot as well. So hopefully he just folds versus shove. If he does have it, it's just a cool one. Like this spot is just, this spot is so easy to shove here. Can I go back to tagging him as a nit then? Did one crazy thing and then just fucking goes back to only playing aces. Okay, buddy. 10. Okay. That's why we had him tagged as a nit. Pretty good run out of kings. 10-8, check, nice. Ooh, okay. So I might shove this turn. Against that size, we're going to shove turn. Because he can fold his 8x, and when he calls his 8x, we have a shit ton of outs. If he has ace-8 here, we're what, 40%? So I think there's prints. Get it through. Jack could have been good on the river. Bottom part. Low roll here, so we're going to flat jacks on a button. Versus UTG. Not the best of flops. Bet, I'll check. I guess bet. There's still a lot to get value from. So we can still have like 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, stuff like that. Now we just can't really bet because we can't really bet for value. And obviously we don't want to bluff this hand. So we're going to check. And it's really weird to see a bet here. I guess it's got some ace-x. Having a spade's not good at all now. I guess we just fold. Here, 6s flop sets. We're going to check raise and try and make it a 2-street hand and shove some turns. Really shitty. But I'm still going to bet call off. So now we need to bet a bit smaller. And we're going to be against a flush, which is annoying. Oh, ace-10 with the spade. No spade, please, dealer. Thank you. Nice bet call on the flop, you whopper. Yes, he loves a limp raise. Just give me an 8-ball corner pocket. Ugh. Give me a 7-ball corner pocket. Thing is, when he has hands like aces, he might just blast here and bet like pot because he's scared of the board. Some fish will do that, and that's really annoying because it's hard for us to realize equity. Okay, check 7. Obviously. We like the check. Deuce. Here we call a 3-bet. I'm going to fold this because I don't think he's going to bluff, so it's so dumb. But here we call a 3-bet, call a bet on the flop. Turn goes check, check. We're going to bet big. He's going to have pocket 10s. Or jack 10 suited. Kind of same strength. Here we're just going to bet big. Going to bluff some like missed flush draws and stuff. He'll call with like pocket 8s and shit now. He'll hear us some king high as well. Nice, king high is no good, sir. Queen high is even worse. So we bet big on flop. Turn goes check. He bets really small. The 9's kind of bad. He can have some like 9-5 suited, 8-9s. I don't think he's going to have like the really strong parts of his range most of the time. But I could be wrong. Like I don't think he'll have 6, 7, or ace deuce that often. Thing is, if he bets, we do only beat bluffs. Yeah, I think we're going to lose to 8-9. And I think we're just going to beat random shit when we win. Yeah, but I'm not folding over pairs here, so. Random shit. Nice. Take it. 4s, flops, sets. I'm on a really low roll, so I'm going to flat here. I don't know if we ever flat this hand, but we might do some daft shit like check jam. Okay, we are going to raise here, just massive. Yeah, when the board's like this. I don't think he'll shove combo draws, that's the thing. I think people will just call. Two combos of ace queen, 3 of kings, all of which would be unfortunate. With it being a king, an offsuit king, you can still have king X of hearts. You could have like king jack of hearts. You could have like king queen of hearts, king queen offsuit, stuff like that. So pretty easy shove. No snap is great. Pay this man his money. Pay this man his money. Oh, he paid this man his money. Cooler. Talov. Yeah, playing blitz whilst playing 5 other tables was a bad idea. Do an Irish tree bet. Hydro Mush, thanks for good luck. I play stars every now and then on this channel. We are going to bet shove our kings and hopefully as yeah, let's bet $455 on the river. He just called the flop and the turn with 0% equity. Okay, interesting one. I think with the stack sizes, I think shove works pretty well here with queens. I think queens and ace, king shove, kings and aces 4-bet. He might call off, which we want now. Nice. We will run things twice for pots over 100 big blinds. Oh, queen. Should have run it once. This is a really annoying spot. We squeeze, we bet on the flop. How do I realize my equity here? That's what I'm more concerned about now. We should have got rid of like 7s and stuff. So we should just have basically 10x plus and some king queens and shit like that. So, what's the best card? 9 of diamonds, please, dealer. Oh my god, drill it! Absolutely drill it! Please bet, sir. I think he'll have a lot of checkbacks, but I want to keep in random bluffs. That's a shame seeing that, to be honest, but at least we got that. So ace jack off is obviously a punt pre-flop call, so you get what you deserve, mate. Let's just chat to the river. We're going to overbet. Don't know much about this guy, so we're going to flat jacks and take it post-flop. Final Fantasy tattoos, sign you were a virgin. Right, listen, buddy. I'm gonna give you the full time of day in a minute just to fucking insult you. First time chat, bro. Right, listen to me. Listen to me. Taking a weird line here. I'm going for the check back. Jacks with a club. We're gonna have to call one and see what the turn brings. Not too enticing. Here. I guess we just have to bet for value. We'll get check raise sometimes, but I just think our hand is strong enough to bet. Just. Turn goes check check, which we like. So we still beat some tens, eights, some king queens that are going to check back. I wonder if this combo is actually okay for calling river because his jack X of hearts and clubs is probably going to bet the turn. This combo when we're going to call. An overbet's interesting. Really interesting. Aces shouldn't really overbet. Ace king should, probably. Fine. Fine, I'll give up. I don't really believe you, though. Maybe I could hero there. Hello, we flopped Jin here with 10-7 suited. I am going to raise this. And if he 3-bets, I guess we run it against the set. This is really interesting on the turn, though. Do I just want to bet call? I really don't know what to do here. I don't know how much fold equity we have against ace king or like king queen on this board as well. I guess he can have some like queen, even queen jack of clubs. I don't think we have enough fold equity on the turn, and I think he shoves some hands as well. Just bet really small, I think. I think I like blocking this hand. And this guy's a stain, so when he shoves, I'm just like, well, go fuck yourself, and then probably call. What ace of clubs hand does he have as a bluff? Am I really going to consider folding here? Does he ever have ace king with a club and bluff? Can I fold a flush is the question. This guy's a big stain. I really don't like this. I don't think I just guess I call my flushes 10 high and jack high and lose most of the time. And then fold everything else. Oh, you love to fucking see it. Look at him. He's grown up. He's grown up. He's actually grown up. This guy used to be the biggest stain ever, man. Look at him. What an adult. I'm gonna tag him as an adult. Are you in the stream? Are you watching? Nit rolled the shit out of you, buddy. Now this hand where I've been getting shit for it, and you will, if you'd have watched, anyone that's watched the stream for a long time will know who this guy is, and he's an absolute mega stain, or I should say used to be an absolute mega stain. So here we go with what's going to go. We check raise the flop, which is pretty standard here. We've got like one of the best bluffs that we can have. When I say best bluffs, I mean hands with a shitload of equity but no showdown. We've got 10 high, but we've got an open-ender and a flush draw, so it's one of our best bluffs. We check raise versus the big size, and villain calls. When he calls, because I think he's polar on the flop, I don't think we have much fold equity against hands on the turn, right? Like, he's just going to have, when he bets for value, he's going to have king, queen, ace, king, aces, and better, right? He's not going to have, like, king, six suited, and he's not going to have, like, 9, 10 of hearts. Like, he doesn't have any of those hands because he's bet big on the flop and called a big raise. So, turn, I decide to check because I want to realize my equity here. And I think if I bet, really awkward if I get jammed on here. So I think just checking makes sense and check calling, even though it kind of sucks. Villain checks back, and then the river comes the queen of clubs, and I bet really small, which I think is okay to do on rivers that complete everything. So if I bomb it, it's like, well, what am I really going to have as a bluff here? 7-6, yeah, to be fair. So I bet really small, and villain does this. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've got a flush. Call. Now, this guy used to be a big stain. This guy has seen the stream now, so knows that I haven't tagged us in it. I would bet every single penny I own on that fact that he knows that I have him tagged us in it. He's always been a huge nit, and so I don't expect him to bluff too often here. There's the first thing. The guy used to be a huge nit. The second thing is, what is going to bluff here? Like, think about what hands are actually going to bluff here. And don't just be like, oh yeah, well, he can have like ace jack with the ace of clubs. He really shouldn't, because he bet big on the flop and then called a very big raise. I did a pot raise versus 3/4 as well. So he really shouldn't have hands like ace jack off versus when he big bets and then calls a big raise. If he'd have bet small and I raised small, fair enough. But I raised really big on the flop, so he really shouldn't have those hands. So what can he have that bet calls the flop, checks back the turn, then shoves over the top of on the river as a bluff? He's not going to bluff without the ace of clubs here. He's not just going to bluff like king jack of diamonds. 100% not. Because he knows I can have the nut flush here. Because I would bet, if I bet this with flushes, I'm going to bet it with nut flushes as well. So I'm going to bet small and protect my weaker part of range like 10 jack and stuff like that with like the nut flush draw. So when I bet really small and he shoves, he has the ace of clubs in my opinion. Whether that be ace x of clubs or ace of clubs and a non-club card. So I know he's always going to have the ace of clubs. What hands does he have that contain the ace of clubs that take this line and then shove the river? Doesn't have ace jack offsuit, doesn't have ace queen offsuit, doesn't have ace 9, doesn't have ace 8, doesn't have like ace 5 off or any of that shit. So he's got ace king and aces are the only non-suited hands that he has that contains the ace of clubs. And the ace x of clubs, he's going to have ace jack of clubs, ace 8 of clubs, ace 7 of clubs, ace 6, ace 5, ace 4, ace 3, and ace deuce. Assuming he opens ace deuce suited from MP, which he can do. So, I don't beat value. He always has the ace of clubs. So, I know that the guy used to be a stain. So, he'd have to turn aces or ace king with the ace of clubs into a bluff. How many nits do you see turn top pair, top kicker, or an overpair into a bluff versus this size bet? Basically no one. So that's why I ended up tanking. But he put his big boy pants on. After probably 2 years of being a massive nit, he put his big boy pants on. And he stuck it in like a man. This is what a man does. And he was dead buzzing to meet me. It was dead cool. Good to see you in the stream, man. And thanks for the beer. I hope you didn't dust too much on blackjack. Flopping 2-pair with the ace 8 here. So I do expect... I kind of like... If he goes for the big size, I think I'm going to call here pretty often. Okay, he goes for the check. I still think I'm going to like play this one a bit passive on a board that's really good for him. And I think I'm going to overbet again. Like, our hand just wants to overbet. And then he's going to call light again. And then he's going to like be like, you fucking nit. So bluffs are going to be hands that just didn't really connect with any of it. Maybe like 5, 6 or like, I don't know. Wow. So you don't really see bluffs like this versus 2x pot. I really shouldn't fold heads up, so I might not. But I'm probably just going to see pocket 4s, I would imagine. It's literally the only hand he can ever have. I wonder if he can ever raise like ace 4 here for value. Probably not. Maybe something with a deuce in it. I think I call in because it's heads up, and then I will just sit out when he has the one of the 3 combos of 4s because nobody ever bluffs. Wow, he went for a bluff. Look at him. What an adult. What an adult. That's a really fun flop though when we flat ace king. We get check raised. We're going to call. Don't think we want to see broadways here because I think some of his check raise bluffs will be like 10 jack, queen jack, stuff like that. Yeah, just going to call and hope that the river is clean and that he blasts off some nonsense. River's clean. Nice. You love to see it, man. You fucking love to see it. I think his bluff's okay. I guess his bluff is okay. He blocks pocket fives, which is our strongest holding. Open queen 10 suited under the gun, button flats. I think check raising when we have literally any of the other suits makes a lot of sense. Especially hearts and spades, where we block some top pairs. I think this would make a really good check raise if we had queen 10 of hearts. This one does not. Down here with 10 jack, we open button. Flop goes check, check, sets check back on a low roll. Having like bigger bets or check, and I think checking back some top pairs makes sense. Always betting hands like ace 10, stuff like that. See an overbet, which we expect to see, to be honest, once it goes check, check on flop. Easy call on turn and calling on a lot of brick rivers. Awkward one, but I'm probably still calling anyway. I think he'll have some like 5x and 6x that's going to want to bluff. What kind of hands? Like king 5 of hearts, stuff like that. I think those will just bluff on river. We block some flushes. Yeah, I think I'm going to call this, to be honest, and then fold when we don't have a club. So he'll have like 5, 6, but even 5, 6 I think might bet a little bit smaller. So I don't think I want to turn this hand into a bluff. I think if we're going to do that, we'd rather have something like, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have ace 5 as well. I still think this is going to be a call when we have the club. And see, I mean, if he's bluffing that as well, he's bluffing way too much, because he's going to be bluffing like he's just like he doesn't have equity on the turn. So if he's doing that, what's to stop him doing it with like king 5 and stuff like that? Nit 3 bet, so a very small size. We're going to put in a 4 bet. This seems fine. In a position. Again, can maybe even go bigger, just given that I expect his range to be really strong in these positions. I mean, that's just a disgusting flop. That's actually a bad flop. Jack. Oh my god, have pocket 7s somehow. Just quads, boys. Just quads. I don't think he'll ever have 7s, but... What is happening? What do you mean, pots? I've got all of the aces. He has nothing. There's no way he can have anything here, surely. Please have 7s. I don't think he can have anything, so I literally need to do this to try and induce. How could you bet pot with something? Or you might call if he somehow has king high here. Shove, take the bait. Take the bait. What do you mean call? What is that? What on earth was that? Oh, nice. I get some chips in the thing, in the flip out, which is nice. I might have some more GG things for Jack. Well, I guess he's not a nit. I guess he's just an absolute whopper, but we'll take it. We should be a little bit in profit today. That's pretty upsetting. Look at that. There you go. 2,000 up. Yeah, fucking Jesus Christ. Didn't realize we were 2K up as well. We were crushing at the start and then just dusted. Button opens. We defend pocket 4s. Don't think we have a 3-bet. Yeah, correct. So what was it? 10, 6, 4. 2 hearts. And it wasn't the 4 of hearts. It was a 4 of clubs. So 10, 6, 4. We check. Villain goes for a big bet, which is going to be standard. I think probably the most. Okay, mixes sizes. Jack 9 of diamonds. Indifferent. Mainly checking, but some big bets. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. To be fair, it has a little bit of it, but I knew 4s would raise more frequently than any other hand. So, yeah. And so we do have a tiny bit of call. And then the turn comes to Jack of clubs. We check. Villain will probably have some overbets on a board like this. No, not really. So, just betting this size, and Jack 9 suited does want to bet half the time. It goes 75%, and yeah, look at all that red. Just never wants to call here. Just because of the board. I can't believe that every single river card that doesn't pair the board brings in a straight. That's fucked up, man. I didn't even know that was possible. So we do raise. We have some shoves here, which actually makes sense because we'll shove our combo draws. I just don't think it's going to be that good in game. Villain is folding with Jack 9 suited, as you can tell. Call. River comes king of clubs. King of spades, sorry, total brick. And shove in. 4's pure. To be fair, this is shoving for half pot on the river, and so, I mean, Jack 9 isn't in there unless it's hearts, and now it's calling, but it's because we're shoving half pot, so that was a definite punt. But I did want to see, I knew that it would raise. I actually thought even versus big size. Now, if he bet small, there's going to be no calling there at all. Like, basically just always raising, which I knew. So, but I did roll particularly low, and it's so funny because if I'd have rolled high, I check raise, and then we just win a small pot. So, yeah, funny. Right, hijack opens. We defend the 10-7 suited. So, this is that hand, and it comes... What's the exact board? King of clubs. 9 of clubs. 8 of spades. Check. Big bet from villain. With some of range. Check ace king at a reasonable frequency, which is super interesting. They bet big, and of all bluffs that I'm going to have to raise, 10-7 of clubs is in there. Look at it. Look at all that red. Look at all of it. I actually went for the big size here, I think. But it doesn't really do it. So that's going to be interesting because it might keep in some... Okay, so he still doesn't have any ace-queen off, any ace-jack off, so he still only has those hands. Which is pretty interesting. So villain calls. Turn comes the 4 of diamonds. I decide to check here. I think this will just mix. Actually checks clubs pretty often because it wants to realize, which makes a lot of sense. Villain checks back ace king though, which probably isn't the thing. Okay, he does check back at a frequency. And the river comes the queen of clubs. Right, look at this. Look at 10-7 of clubs. It's got every single size between 10% and 60%. Does it ever go all in? No, we go all in with nut flushes and then all of these bluffs with the ace of clubs. But I'm just not having shoves here ever. So it mainly goes around these bets, which is what I did. I went about 30%, right? Something like that. So, yeah, big fan of it. So we went really small. Let's say we go 35%. And villain is never supposed to shove ace king here. Aces with the ace of clubs does, though. Well, super interesting because calling... I don't know why it calls here because calling is minus EV. It doesn't make any sense why it would ever call. But if he does shove here... 10-7 suited called. But look at the EV of it as well. This is for a 200 big blind pot. And the EV is 3 big blinds of calling. It starts to fold... No, because we have a little bit of the other ones. So it just calls all flushes. But I assume it folds, yeah. Folds 10 jack suited pure. That isn't 10 jack or clubs.